Alrighty, Smite fans, we are back with game number 2 between Team Pandemonium and Tainted Minds. Pandemonium took game number 1 pretty dominating fashion, Parathis.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a more clean and cut game. They were just, as we've said multiple times, just taking away all of the jungle and getting themselves even more farm, just playing safe the entire game, just sustaining their lead, and that pretty much gave them the win.
As we head into picks and bans for game number 2, I'm really looking forward to Tainted Minds picking a team comp that synergizes a bit better together.
Yeah.
As I harped on about a bit last game, it just didn't seem to fit together, their previous team comp.
Yeah, I mean, as Nejar's banned out again in this second game here, it was a pretty disorientated team comp. It didn't really work well. Geb banned out for Team Pandemonium. So if they can draft a better team that also incorporates their comfort picks, because they're playing with a new roster, if they can really incorporate these comfort picks and a team that really works well together, I think they can have a much better game than their first one, Husey.
So Naja and Geb being banned out again, exact same first bans as last game. The Khepri being taken away, that really hampered Tainted Mind's ability to engage there because even though we didn't see too many Khepri revives, the threat of it was just real enough. Athena taken away here by Team Pandemonium, taking that one away from Tomolombo. He got some nice taunts, just wasn't the follow-up for it last game. Guan Yu immediately picked up here by Tainted Minds.
And I'm kind of interested to see if this will be a Guan Yu jungle, because iDivine, of course, he likes playing Guan Yu. He's very, very good at Guan Yu in solo. But now that he's playing jungle, it'll be really interesting to see if that's going to be going to solo or jungle. Sobek and Awilix, the dynamic duo of Team Pandemonium.
There's a Pandemonium Odin skin, not related to Team Pandemonium, but just a Panda Odin skin. They really need a Pandemonium Sobek skin. Raijin and Apollo picked up here for Tainted Minds. Not going to let that Raijin go back towards Ochita. But the Guan Yu, Sobek, and Awilix, those three picks, Guan Yu for Tainted Minds, Sobek, Awilix for Team Pandemonium, just plain old strong combinations that both teams found success with last split. Apollo for Graph, he's played that one pretty well in the past. With the buffs to Golden Bow and the like, it allows him to just play. It allows Apollo to be really good. Janus picked up here by Ochita. His famous Janus is what enabled Pandemonium to win at game number 5. Sniped the Fire Giant and sniped pretty much everyone on Tainted Minds to give Pandemonium the win. In a game that Tainted Minds were winning. Thor now taken away by Pandemonium and Neath by Tainted Minds.
Yeah, Sub4 played a really good Neath last game, so banning that away is, it's pretty smart. It's an obvious ban. Thor being banned for Pandemonium, even though Sport played a really good Thor last game, just denying Divine. I assume that they think that's going to be a Guan Yu solo. As Kumbhakana as well, really focusing towards Tomolombo in this game, Husey, or in this picks and ban.
That could be like a ban away from Elkiro's solo Kumbhakana. Not the worst thing in the world. Jingwei banned here by Tainted Minds, so that's Jingwei's first ban or pick in OCE
Split 2.
Smite, because she wasn't available in Split 1. So that's pretty interesting to see. The team's obviously watching the SPL, recognizing the strength of Jingwei at the moment. Kyra now picked up by Subfloor, so this team composition looking very much one like out of Split 1 for Team Pandemonium. Just this is all picks that they played multiple times.
Yeah, all I'm saying is knockups into Awilix, and of course Ochita snipes. It's a really, really strong lineup for Pandemonium, and Barkus and Nemesis locked in for Tainted Minds.
That's interesting.
It's extremely interesting to say the least.
That's very interesting. Barkus has a knockup you can't see. Chunga picked up here by Team Pandemonium. That's definitely a solo Chunga for Ro. You know it is. You know he wants to play that. But the Bacchus has a knockup that you can't cleanse, but at the same time, he's got a jump. You're picking a Bacchus jump into an Awilix. That's very strange to me.
It's risky. It's
very risky, but at the same time, it is a support Bacchus, and you can only ultimate every so often. You can't use it on every single jump that's going to happen, but still, interesting picks here from Tainted Minds as we head into game number 2 between the top 2 teams from last split, Tainted Minds and Team Pandemonium. We haven't even touched on this Nemesis pick yet, Darren.
I like Nemesis. It's, I believe it was 0.8 was the most recent patch. No, 0.9 was the most recent one. But the buff that Nemesis received, 50% scaling off that damage, off the protection stealing at all levels now. Still, it's been a while since I've seen a Nemesis being played, but that buff, has it brought it back into being played, Husey?
I mean, definitely. You look at the SPL, you see Captain Twig playing it to pretty great effect. I think DJ Pernicus as well for Eager. It was the one in NA that's really brought the strength. So it's definitely come back in to the flavor, and you know, it put Hungry 4 in a position to go to DreamHack. In OCE, we haven't seen it so much, but the person we have seen it on before is iDivine last year when he played it in the solo lane a whole bunch. So he's definitely comfortable in this guy, definitely knows how to play it, plays it a lot in ranked, so really unsurprising for me to see him be the first one to pick it up here in OCE. The Chang'e solo as well. Now that is a throwback kind of pick, and I really like that. It's got anti-heal for going up against the Guan Yu. It's also got a really tremendous stun in the Waxing Moon ultimate, so a very strong pick, I feel.
Yeah, I love the Waxing Moon ultimate. For each enemy that hits after the first, it's going to be applying so much stun and so much downtime in these team fights in a pretty much crowded jungle. If your team is grouped up with a Chang'e on the enemy team, you really need to be careful about that. So if Tainted get caught out in any of these fights, it's going to be Ro to take advantage of them.
Righty, taking a look at
our hello, Slicey.
Yeah, taking a lot of poke here early game. Sporks got a red pot. Cheetah's got a purple pot as line as well. So, you know, you get a portal into Unstable Vortex. It's not going to be a great time, especially if you get some damage off from Sporks as well, who does have the Moonlight Charge online as well.
Right side mid camp's picked up by Pandamonium, and the left side should be equally traded by Slicey and Divine. I like to see Slicey on the Raijin. Playing Soul last game, it took him a while to come online and start doing some major damage. Hopefully, with playing the Raijin, he can do a lot more damage early on and have a much bigger impact in the early stages of this game.
He is with a Nemesis jungle, though, which...
Yeah, true.
A bit of a hoodoo about that one in competitors Smite, or at least there was previously, but also, more importantly, doesn't provide a whole lot of early pressure. Backcamp's here invaded by Team Pandamonium as Tainted Minds go for their right-hand side ones. Yeah, not a whole lot of pressure and damage on early to help you clear camps. It does provide a very useful slow, which actually synergizes surprisingly well with a Raijin. By slowing down your enemy, you allow a Raijin who's put the Raiju mark onto someone to activate that and to do a whole lot of his burst damage.
So playing even more of their comfort picks this time, a team that really synergizes well with each other. It's already started to be a much better game for Tainted Minds in this second set of matches, as we see Elkyra getting very low in that solo lane. The rest of Tainted Minds come over to give him a little bit of backup, but Ro showing his dominance. Oh
yeah, Ro ulted him, almost got the kill under tower. Elkyra managing to stay alive, but yeah, Ro just blinking. The Soulstone giving him a lot of extra power to clear waves and everything. He's got sustain as well with a heal. He's got the rabbit to go back to base to buy him items, so you can already see he's got tier 2 boots online, so he can just sit here, farm up, have a good time with blue buff as well. He's regenning mana. Just this is what Ro wants. Just sit here in the solo lane and farm up, do some damage, maybe rotate later on.
Moonlight Charge just missing Elkyra just then, but they still need to be careful as we see Nemesis lurking in the jungle. Could be looking to go onto Sporks here as the Taiyo Assault comes down. The ultimate comes right back down onto Sporks, and the Cavalry charges pop the stun enabled, and Elkyra gets the first kill of the match with Ro stuck at about a quarter HP under the tower.
Yeah, Ro stuck there, not gonna be able to do too much here. Good pressure there from Tainted Minds, able to pick up first blood. Goes onto Elkyra as well. You know, not a priority target to get the first blood onto, but still, he was losing out to Ro. This is going to put him a bit ahead, so he's going to have fun. Cheetah there through space and time. Gets a bit of damage off, but not a whole lot.
He used the ultimate there in the Unstable Vortex to try and deny Tainted Minds from stealing away that blue buff from Panda, but they did manage to take away the speed buff from Sporks, which is a bit unfortunate for him. He won't be able to get that extra bit of farm, that speed. But even more worse than that, Sporks, he lost himself that red buff dying into that, giving up first blood.
Yeah. So now we can see Elkyra 200 gold ahead of Ro at this stage. He's going to be happy with that, especially after he was losing lane before.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, he's going to be having that extra bit of gold as well. Look, left side, right side mid camp's picked up, and now looks like Elkyra is going to be able to get himself his blue buff now.
Yeah, he'd be happy with that one. He's already got a blue online. Guan Yu very mana intensive, especially with his heals, with the conviction. So he's gonna enjoy that one. Keep that back. Keep it away from Ro as well. So denying Ro the blue buff, more important than Elkiro getting his own blue buff. The Chang'e not having as much mana regen is huge, and it's also cooldown reduction as well. She is going to get a lot of MP5 from the Soulstone passive, but not as much as with the Bluestone. We can see now Ro getting aggressed on.
Cavalry charge popped under the tier 1 tower. The stun is applied, and again, Elkiro gets his second kill of the game onto Ro under that tower. Now, Ro, that's his first death of the game, but still Elkiro taking down very low from that tower, but still 2-0. It's very different from last game, Husey.
Yeah, extremely different. Last game, the early pressure was all in favor of Tainted Minds, and it was all in favor of Pandamonium. Sorry, this game it's all Tainted Minds, and honestly, it probably shouldn't be, given that they do have a nemesis. Subfloor there uses the ultimate on Gruff, gets 2 hits of it, pops that skill shot to a kid, of course, but unable to pick up Gruff there. Some decent aggression from Pandamonium, but they're just not finding the same success they did last game.
You still can't cancel out of them, though. They are only down 2 kills. The lead isn't that much in Tainted's favor, only 1.5 experience, and gold is only less than a K, about 700 there for them. So it's not out of Panda's hands. They can definitely come back if they just need to play a bit more safe. They just need to take their picks whenever they can. Have a look at Idivine in the solo, looking for Ro again.
Picking on the mage. And mages don't have as much inbuilt protections and health. There's another ultimate there from Idivine. Ro uses the cleanse, gets a stun off. Great through space and time from Ochita. It's Idivine, but Elkiro takes out Ro underneath the tower. Divine runs away, but the rest of Tainted Minds are here now. Swayer knocked up there by Tomolomu. Dashes forward, flings back a minion, not the target he wanted. There's the ultimate from Slicey. Misses all of the hits except for the last one. So Swayer's just going to walk away from that one. Idivine, though, looking to invade the blue buff and then the speed buff. So 3-0 the way of Tainted Minds. They're definitely on the front foot in this game.
Definitely, and still taking away that buff. The speed buff is up for them to take as well. It's Panda. This is a tabletop flip from last game, and now the rest of Panda are coming back in this fight. Slicey does a lot of damage. The pull comes right down onto Elkiro. That's a lot of damage coming onto Sporks as he backflips out of the fight there under his tower. No kills or run from... Oh, Tomolomo, though.
Gruff missed the one there. He's going to fall to the tower shot.
Unfortunate.
Ochita gets credited with the kill. And now Pandamonium looking to re-engage here. Heal from Ro. Gets Swayer back up. There's the ultimate from Subfloor. Hits one. Misses the second one, but he's just keeping Tomolomo out of safety. Masterful shot does some damage here. Tomolomo somehow gets out alive. But now Idivine is here. Elkiro's teleported back in. Slicey as well. They're looking for something here because Subfloor's extremely low. There's the Nemesis. Elkiro dashing forward, unable to find it. Ro now, though, takes a lot of damage from Slicey. Cleanses damage from Elkiro. There's the cavalry charge. Thunder Crash takes out Ro, and Elkiro's diving under the tower.
5-1, still diving under this tower. Elkiro gets the kill, and it's returned from Sporks. Now he's looking to go onto Slicey, but he's taken down to half health. Feather Step gets that damage. The pluck as well should secure the kill onto Slicey. Oh, but he does manage away. But Ochita is hot on his trail. Should fall down. No, he's juking his heart out. There we go.
Yeah, he falls down eventually. He was never going to get out of that one, but he did bait away Pandamonium from possibly looking to invade the speed buff, which Idivine is now going to pick up. So overall, a decent trade there for Tainted Minds, but still, Pandamonium getting some kills is not great, especially Ochita. Now just 200 gold behind Slicey, even in experience as well, and we know that Ochita really is the centerpiece of Team Pandamonium.
1-1-1. He's about 100 gold behind Slicey at this point, but really the big difference though is Ro 0-3 on that Chang'e. Even though the anti-healing is there and he's going to have such an impact late game, I mean, early game, do you think the pick was even worth it?
Yeah, I still think it's worth it. It just provides too much for the team. Like, it's something that he wants to play. Looking towards the mid laners as well, Ochita, I want to take a look at player damage here. Ochita in about middle of the pack. That's kind of what I expected from him at this stage in the game. Janus with his Unstable Vortex does do a lot of damage, but really does more later in the game. Ochita as well. The fight's being all over in solo lane. Yes, Ocheetah's rotated over, but they haven't been centered on the middle. Ocheetah actually ulting over now as Tainted diving under the tower again. Stun from Ro puts Divine taking some tower shots. Sporks is here looking for Divine. Divine caught in a very bad spot, but Slicey gonna taunt in Pandamonium and keep him away from Divine. There is Sway though looking for Divine still. Divine though with the speed buff too fast for the Crocodile, and now Tainted Minds managed to save the life of their jungler. Elkiro in a bit of a bad spot.
Swayer missing the pluck under the tower. The stun comes right back down on the Swayer, and he might actually get turned on subfloor with a snipe over the wall. He's going to pick up Divine. Tainted. Wait, Tainted took a Gold Fury as well?
Oh my goodness. So throughout all that, Ruff and Tomolome were just doing the Gold Fury. So they take that one away, drop 2 players. Honestly, at this point, looking at the graphs, that's worth. That is worth. They might lose a tower here, might bring it back down a little bit, but they get a good lead off of that.
Losing that solo lane tower. Ro coming online in that. Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice to see Gruff. His ult's down. I can't remember when he used that last.
He used it just then. He just used it just then to come over and try and defend the tier 1, but it was too late.
If he ulted a little bit earlier, that would have been very much favor in worth of Tainted. But granted, they picked themselves up a Gold Fury, so at least they have the timer on that one. And Gruff is doing a good job of just farming up at this point. That's really all you have to do as a poly. Just sit in lane, farm up, put some poke on a tower, and then rotate whenever you can. He has Golden Boat already finished, and now he's building into what looks to be a chin size. So as soon as he gets that item finished...
I think RC.
RC? Oh yeah, true. Yeah, 3rd item. It's got to be RC.
Yeah, RC, because then he can look to box subfloor a bit, some life steals, so it's a little bit more sustained. Penetration online as well. You probably don't want to go chin size at this stage, a little bit too expensive for what it brings to the table. And as well as that, you look at Pandemonium's team composition, there's not too many high health characters there. There's the Sobek. Ro will probably build some health items, but at this stage in the game, all it's got is a breastplate of Valor. No health being provided from that item, and he is a mage, so his base health isn't terribly high.
I don't know how I feel about... Should Ro have potentially maybe bought into a Warlock sash before the breastplate of Valor on that Chunga in solo? Would you have liked to see the Warlocks?
No, Warlocks takes too long to stack, particularly the amount of pressure Ro's been getting in this lane as well. He's not been really free to farm. The breastplate provides him a lot of security, particularly from Elkiro and Divine, since they're the ones that are attacking him the most. They're both physical damage characters. What he'll probably look for is an ethereal staff instead. Yeah,
no doubt. It's you don't have to stack it. It's just the straight. You get, what is it, 600 health and 300 mana?
No, it's 400 health now. It used to be 600.
Oh, okay, yeah.
400 health, 300 mana, and of course the passive, which I believe is 3% of your health gets converted into magical power.
Should be looking to build into that. Big grouping here. Divine and Gruff. The ADC's rotated into this mid lane. Not sure what that's about. 4-man grouping here. There's only 3 members left for Panda. They aren't really looking for anything. They're just kind of splitting farm at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just what they want to do. Elkiro, though, looking some aggression here onto Ro. Ro just immunes the damage and heals himself up. I think Elkiro took a tower shot there as well, so he's played pretty aggressively. He's feeling himself. He's got a Bulwark of Hope online, so he's not going to take a whole lot of damage from Ro. Got decent amounts of damage with the Warrior Tarbai and Bluestone Pendant, and honestly, he's 2 levels ahead. 1300 gold.
Mid lane, Slicey gets pulled by that Gravity Surge, and now the ultimate comes down from Slicey. 3 members get caught with that one. Lurking in the waters is Swayer, but Gruff gets the kill across the skies onto Sporks, and the portal just manages to secure Swayer out of there. But Gruff is still in the back line, looking to go onto any members that are low. Bro misses the ult.
Bro misses the ult. Elkiro, though, his counter charge isn't going to miss. Fire falls down there to Gruff, and now Tainted Minds. Ocheetah picks up Slice in the mid lane, but Divine under the tower picks up subfloor Sanctuary there. Blocks most of the damage. Ocheetah forced a Sanctuary here, but he shouldn't last too much longer. Gruff and Tomolome both looking for him. Ocheetah forced to juke away from the jungle. Can't get into the portal. Great body blocks there from Tainted Minds. Divine was waiting on the other side for him as well. He never had a chance. Tier 1 tower in the mid lane should fall down.
Gold Fury up in a minute. They could look to just steal away some farm. The speed buff and the mana camp are both up for Panda in the right-hand side. Are they going to look for the tier 2? They have the Gruff. They have Gruff there. It's going to do a lot of damage. Divine gets taken very, very low there from Sporks. And the tier 2 gets taken down to about half health. But the rest of Panda here to defend that one.
Yeah, Tainted Mind's just going to walk away. The heals from Alkari are really good. Knocked up there, turned around a little bit too late, but no ultimate available from Sporks to really take advantage of it. Ro, Sporks, and Sway, though, pushing down this mid lane. Gruff could defend this one pretty nicely, but they're just pressuring them back under tower, so then Pandamonium can go ahead and take away the mid camps if they want. There's a 4-man grouping here, however, so they might be looking for the tier 1.
But they need to be careful because Okuro has just teleported in. Knows that they're doing this speed buff. They might actually get caught out here. Tomolomo gets the burp onto Sporks. It does get stunned, and that's a lot of damage coming onto him. He's forced to back out. The cavalry charge is popped through space and time. Doesn't find anyone, but Slicey returns it onto subfloor. And now Divine gets taken very low there. Rose doing a good job at boxing him out. But Panda on the retreat.
Yeah, they're forced out of that fight. It's a win there. 2 for 0, going the way of Tainted Minds. So good pressure here. They even saved the tier 1 tower. They lost their speed buff. They saved the tier 1 in the mid tower, and they should pick up the solo tower as well. Pandemonium giving it up, recognizing that this isn't the place to fight. Tier 1 tower goes the way of Tainted Minds. Blue buff as well, being picked up here. Dropped by Idivine. El Cura going to pick that one up. Take a look at our graphs. 7,000 experience, 3,400 gold in favor of Tainted Minds.
Much better than last game. This is so much cleaner for Tainted. 12 and 6, doubling the kills that Panda have. And they're just exploiting the weaknesses. As you said early on in this game, just camp the mage. Camp Bro as long as you can. Get farmed up. Nemesis, Divine, 1 and 6. He is setting up so many kills. That ultimate is doing so much work for his team. And now the Gold Fury is up and ready. And looks like Tainted being very aggressive once again.
Well, they took the first one away without Pandemonium even knowing about it, sacrificing a couple of their members, but now they're looking to do this one. Ochita, I thought he used the ultimate there, just a regular portal from him. Could look to snipe this one away, cause some bad memories there for Tainted Minds if he did. Divine takes a lot of damage, but reflects a lot of it back with his shield and heals up pretty nicely. Ochita, Unstable Vortex, off the mark. Not going to find anything. Tainted Minds starting this one again. Looking to zone out, but the vision is in favor of Team Pandemonium. They've got all the entrances covered here. Divine, Tomolomo, doing a good job here. Swayer lurking in the water. Subfloor snipes over the wall. Pick it up. Ro, though, takes a lot of damage. There's his immunity gone, but good portals from Ochita to keep him out of the way. Idivine chasing down Ro. Not going to find him here. Slicey taking a lot of damage, but Idivine picks up Sporks. And now Tainted Minds are on the attack, but Ochita picks up Slicey in return. Tomolomo taking a lot of damage. Swayer, though, taken very low here. Looking to pick up Tomolomo. Unstable Vortex off the mark, and now Tainted Minds looking to get some retribution for that stolen Gold Fury.
Subfloor boxing out, but Gruff across the skies is going to be looking to go onto subfloor. Tayo Assault comes down. Ochita gets taken out by Gruff. That's a really good fight for Tainted Minds, taking out 2 members, but unfortunately they did lose that Gold Fury with the help of, I believe that was, no, it wasn't the through space and time that took it.
No, it was the subfloor snipes, and honestly, the vision there, as I said, didn't favor Tainted Minds. They didn't know where subfloor was. They knew he was in the area. There was no way for them to stop him from doing it. But objective control has really been poor from Tainted Minds throughout the history as a team, and it's what lost them the land, honestly.
Tier 1 tower falls down, so that is the remainder of the Tier 1 towers for Pandemonium. Looking very strong and happy to spend the gold that they have in hand is Tainted Minds. They're going to be able to finish off a lot of their crucial items. But Panda, as soon as they lose a fight, and before Tainted can even back, they're looking to aggress another tower once again. Oh, Swayer just missing the pluck there, but he's taking down about half health. Double ultimate there from Ro, and the ultimate comes down from Slicey, looking to go onto all of the members of Pandemonium through space and time. Misses both the members. That could have been insanely crazy.
If that had hit Gruff, he would have checked himself into a psychology ward for PTSD, because in the finals he got sniped and taken completely out of the last team fight. Tier 1 tower on the left hand side falls down. Pandemonium using this Janus to really good effect, able to use its mobility to exploit gaps in the coverage from Tainted Minds. Honestly, even the fight before that didn't necessarily lose, because it was a 1-for-1 trade and they got the Gold Fury. They just took more damage than Tainted Minds did, but with the heals coming out from Ro and the recognition that a lot of Tainted Minds had back, they were able to pressure down the left-hand side really easily.
You mentioned the heals that Ro is supplying to his team. Do you think that Tainted really should be acknowledging this a bit sooner and maybe building into something like a Pestilence for that extra bit of magic, or even maybe something like a Brawlers on Divine?
They've only got one curse, which has come out from Tomaloma. He does have anti-heal built into the Barkus kit. A Pestilence is like an okay anti-healing item. It's only 25% reduced healing, not that great. A Brawler's Beatstick might be an idea, but it's like, who do you grab it on?
Yeah, true.
Like, anti-healing's, not that strong at the moment, unfortunately. A Divine Ruin would be something to look for, maybe onto Slicey. But Slicey, even Tainted Minds have recognized, not the most innovative of builders. He has his builds and he sticks to those builds, but he needs a bit more adaptation in his kit in order to become one of the top mid laners.
No doubt. Fire Giant is being looked around here by a few members of Tainted as they look very aggressive here in this right jungle, keeping Pandamonium on their toes at all times. They have a lot of ward coverage around here. Good damage coming down onto Ro. And the engagement might actually begin here. Sway misses the pluck onto Divine, but he's got those heals to back himself up. It's really going to be a question of who gets that really good engagement first. It's either going to be Ro using that ult, getting a few crucial stuns, or Sway getting a good pluck or a knock up to be able to pull the members with that gravity surge.
Alright, we can see 5-man groupings from both teams here. Tainted Minds, though, very spread out in their grouping, and now just breaking away into their own kind of individual areas. Divine walking through the jungle, looking to steal away anything he can. Pandemonium now break up their formation as well. Ro heading back towards the solo lane, farming up there. He's got himself his speed buff back again, throwback to when he was a jungler. But still, take a look at his itemization. He's got himself the Void Stone here online, so he's going to be looking to get up into the face of Tainted Minds. That's going to reduce their magical protection. It's going to make him hit a little bit harder, going to make Ochita hit harder, make Sway hit harder as well, and it gives him magical protections. The thing he doesn't have a whole lot of at this point is health, but honestly, with his heals, he doesn't need to worry terribly much about that.
No, he's playing... His positioning's been good, so he hasn't been taking a lot of damage, so as you said, he doesn't really be needing... He isn't needed to build into those very tanky items that provide a lot of health. Gold Fury spawning in 10 seconds could be looking to go up to... could be looking to start this one up here as Panda lurking around here with a bit of a 4-man rotation. They have the Sentry Ward online, but does get spotted out by Elkiro. 4-man grouping here. Ro comes right around the corner.
Pandamonium really need this gold for you because Ro is the second lowest gold in the game, only ahead of Tomaloma, which is not the position you want to be in as a mage solo laner. Has more experience online than the supports, but he's 2 levels behind Elkiro and 3 levels behind Gruff, so he's not in the position he wants to be in right now. At the moment, he's just basically acting as a big healer for his team, not able to put out as much damage as he would like. Has got a good stun or 2 off, but really needs to farm a bit more, and they can't afford to let Tainted Minds take this Gold Fury.
The bait game has begun. Tainted doing a fairly good job at zoning, but nobody is starting up the Gold Fury. Trying to look for the knock-up is Sporks, but again, Divine doing a bit of damage on the Ro, but it's just going to get healed up. Gold Fury is now being leeched by Divine and Gruff. The burp comes through onto Ro, and still half health. Gold Fury through space and time, a little bit too early there from Ochita, and the fight has broke out. There's an Intoxicate. Slicey uses that ultimate to go right onto Sporks, taken down to about half health, and Tomaloma forced it back out, but the beads was good as he gets pulled back in. Cavalry charge onto 4 members there. The stun comes through. Ochita gets the kill onto Tomaloma. Divine gets plucked right back into the members of Panda, and they're looking to be extremely aggressive here as they knock up Gruff once again. Feather Step should secure this kill as he falls down to subfloor.
That was a really bad fight for Tainted Minds, and now they lose their tier 1 tower here in the middle lane after defending it before. Pandemonium don't pick up the Gold Fury, but they do get a good amount of gold in hand. It's going to benefit Ro a lot, as I mentioned before. Elkiro portaled as soon as he teleports in. Now Pandemonium looking for the tier 2 tower here in the middle. Slicey and Elkiro defending it, but they have too much damage online. Tier 2 tower falls. It's a good amount of gold, as I mentioned again, for Team Pandemonium. Taking a look at our graphs, they have swung basically to kind of one lead on one side, one on the other. 3,200 experience going the way of Tainted Minds, but the gold difference now in favor of Team Pandemonium by about 1,600.
And they didn't even get Gold Fury from that. They did deal that other one. However, Divine gets hit by the mark. Gold Fury still up. I really would have thought that Pandemonium would have gone for that one, but still playing it safe. Sports spots this one out. The Tainted Minds are starting us up again. Half health. They should be looking to leech it now. All of the ultimates are basically up for Tainted Minds as the ultimate comes right back down onto subfloor. Gets plugged into the group. Elkiro doing a good amount of damage with that Taiyo Assault. Good damage there. Slicey uses that ult in a very tight corridor. Taunts. Subfloor gets the kill. Swayer returning it onto Slicey, and the big cavalry charge was used up as well. But only one kill granted for each team there.
Yeah, a 1-for-1 trade there. Not too bad. Slightly going in the favor of Team Pandemonium as Slice is 2 levels above subfloor. Spork there, he just finished off his Brawler's Beat Stick. Before that, he was building into it, was realizing he was taking too much physical damage, built into the Void Shield, and has now gone back and completed the Beat Stick. So, recognizing that he was getting picked off a little bit too often, smart play there from the jungler of Team Pandemonium.
No doubt. Gold Fury still hasn't been taken down. Tainted are doing, they're leeching it, and then they're just losing the fights because they're not committing to the fights. They're not even starting up Gold Fury. If they're going to be baiting this Gold Fury, I want to see Gruff split pushing upright or doing something to use that ult to his maximum benefit. If they're going to be leeching around this Fire Giant area, if Gruff can split push in right, force someone to back over there, and then just ult in from across the skies, I feel like it would be much more beneficial for Tainted to do that, instead of just doing this dance.
Yeah, they're losing out on a lot of farm here. I really like what Tomolomu's built here with his Spirit Robe. He recognizes that he is going to get pulled in a fair amount by Sporks with his ultimate, and recognizing as well that when he jumps in, he's likely going to be CC'd, because once you jump in as a Bacchus, there's not much else you can do to get out. Building the Spirit Robe gives him some damage mitigation when he is CC'd. We have a pause coming through here from iDivine, but yeah, as I said, smart move by Tomolomu, building the Spirit Robe, gives it some protections, cooldown reduction, crowd control reduction, and that extremely strong passive.
Oh, and still just pausing it at the moment here. On the board, we can see only 5 kills difference between Pandemonium. I want to have a look into the grass once again. Still, experience is in favor of Tainted. That's just due to the 5 kill lead they have, but gold still in favor of Pandemonium after those last few fights. 2.1k favor ahead of them, and it really shows that they've been farming efficiently to have that gold advantage, but still taking away that Gold Fury. I just want to see another big fight, and I want to see Gruff doing something with the ult.
Yeah, and the Gold Fury steal, as you said, from Team Pandemonium, really impactful on the gold situation, but that's only one part. You can see the other gold leads have come from the successful fights that Team Pandemonium have had. Relatively speaking, Pandemonium's come out on top of the last few fights, so they've gotten a lot of gold from that. As you said, farming efficiently as well is pretty crucial, and that's something Pandemonium is known for.
Ooh, Ochita he's finished off Soul Reaver, so he's going to be looking to hit those long-range snipes that he's been doing a lot this game, pushing up right lane. He's going to be... Oh, he's already level 20. Look at the level difference between him and the rest of his team. Basically 4 levels ahead of everyone, which is... It isn't surprising knowing that it's Ochita, but it's just surprising to see that over the rest of your team.
Pushing a bit on the right here, Gunner back. He should be able to get back to this Gold Fury fight in time. If nothing else, he'll be able to snipe through. Tomolomu there, knocked up. Gets out, masterful shot though, does a little bit of damage and slows him down. Ochita not panicking here, just walking back towards the Gold Fury, saving that ultimate for the key moment. With that Soul Reaver online, as you mentioned, could look to burst someone pretty heavily. Tomolomu takes a lot of damage. Spirit Robe not doing enough for him there. There is the snipe, doesn't land onto anyone, but it is going to allow Ochita to get into this fight a little bit faster. There's the Thunder Crash from Slicey. Gruff dashing away. Slicey forced to use the Purification. Swayer lurking in the waters, hits El Cairo, does a bit of damage there. There's a pull in from Sporks as well. El Cairo slowed to infinity. Subfloor looking to snipe him out. Hitting Gruff now instead, not going to find it, but we could see iDivine in a world of hurt here, forced to use the Sanctuary, dashes away now, but Slicey left all alone, and he is going to be the sacrificial lamb for Tainted Minds, trying to appease the Pandemonium overlords. Slicey taking a lot of time to die, however, eventually does fall down. This is going to give Pandemonium a good advantage. 5-2, 5 against 3 is how it is alive with iDivine. Sorry, I think Tomolomu actually just respawning.
Tier 2 tower being defended by Gruff and Elkiro. Giannis, I mean, Cheetah's split pushing right lane again, doing what Gruff should be doing. He should be able to get this as well. He has Obsidian Shard. He has that extra pen from the boots as well. Takes the tier 2 tower down as the Gold Fury, again, being started up by Elkiro and Gruff on the side of Tainted Minds, looking for that belly flop, but it doesn't connect with anyone whatsoever. Pluck missing as well from Swayer. Knocked up is Tomolomu, gets hit by that Feather Step taking out half health just from doing this little dance. Oh, the through space and time doesn't connect with anyone either. What is with this Gold Fury? Neither team wants to go for it.
They don't want to overcommit to it. They don't want to force a fight. Experience difference is now leveled out, so Pandamonium can probably safely take the fight now compared to previously when they really couldn't. And Tainted Mind's just wary of the gold lead that Pandamonium has. Eye Divine there takes so much damage here. Purification's away. Gold Fury, though, still being tanked by Ochita. Going to keep it going while Akiro cavalry charges out. Ro, though, picks up a kill onto Eye Divine in the back. Subfloor picks up a kill onto Elkira, is now going to box Gruff as the Gold Fury falls. Subfloor takes a lot of damage here. RC passive is proc. Slicey, though, picks up the kill onto Subfloor with the Thunder Crash. Ochita starts at the mid camps as the rest of his team looks to force a fight here. Trying to look perhaps for Tomolomu, gets plucked in, but he uses the Purification to avoid the pluck. Tainted Minds now need to back off. Pandemonium there grab themselves a win.
Taking out Elkira and Divine and the Gold Fury, whilst only losing Subfloor in that mid lane. Very beneficial towards Pandemonium. I want to have a look at the grass once again. And there we go. Now it's turned right back into the favor of Pandemonium. 3k experience has now turned into their favor. And the gold lead that they once had has pretty much doubled as they hit into that 7,000 gold mark. And everyone's pretty much finishing off their most crucial items. It looks like Ochita is going to be building that Rod of Tahuti right after this. He's going to be doing... I want to have a look at the damage as well. How much damage is he putting out? 15,000.
No, that's Ro. He's only 13,000.
Oh, Ochita. Oh, yeah. Who am I looking at?
You're looking at Ro. But yeah, Ochita, 13,000 damage, which is a decent amount. Ro, 15,000, nearly 16,000. Top of the charts, though, is Subfloor with 20,000. Gruff, just below about 17,000. So both of these ADCs doing a nice amount of work. Ochita, you know... His through space and times haven't connected like we saw him do at LAN. Obviously, the ping there is a little bit lower than what it is online, but still, he's been impactful in other ways. His presence has enabled his team to rotate effectively, and honestly, he's really employing the Cloud9 strat we saw in Game 1 against Epsilon at SWC, where the Janus just used his mobility to go around and take objectives, get his team to where they need to be, and allowed Cloud9 to come back in a game that, honestly, they should have lost.
Fire Giant now being walked around here by Pandemonium. Chunga building into the Rod of Healing. I mean, that's going to be the Rod of Asclepius. I don't know how I feel about it. It's a good item. The Rod of Healing now has its passive as well.
Exactly.
It did get buffed fairly recently. But still, he has... At least he's building into those health items now. He still hasn't gone into that ethereal stuff, which we talked about earlier in this game as well, Husey.
Yeah, he's got, as you said, got health, he's got movement speed as well, increases health and regeneration of allies as well. Swayer has got his own healing Subfloor as well, so that's going to be a little bit more effective for them as well. You basically, it's a default item you build on Chunga. You don't build it straight away, you build it probably around the stage you are building it now. That Ro is building it now. Cronus Panda as well, he's got online, just allowing you to put out heals and stuff more efficiently. The extra movement speed from Rod of Healing and then Rod of Asclepius as well, going to allow him to rotate a little bit more as well. So overall, I like this item, especially on a Chunga.
31.5 minutes into this game. 2 kill, much closer than we saw in that first game as well, Husey. Ochita's finished off that Rod of the Hootie now, so he's going to be peaking at the damage that he's outputting. Nice. Gruff is actually split pushing this time, which is, you know, questionable. He's stopping.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's Soul Reaver for you. A quarter HP with 2 abilities.
I just want to see how much... Yeah, Ochita just jumped up the damage charts a little bit. Went from about 13,900 to 15,000. So he's going to start hitting pretty hard now. Soul Reaver, though, down for another 44 seconds. Not going to really worry about it. He's just going to be split pushing here. And honestly, you can do this with the Janus because you can get across the map in an instant with that through space of time, which he does have online, as the Fire Giant dance has now begun by Team Pandemonium.
Let's just hope this Fire Giant dance doesn't last as long as the Gold Fury dance. Oh, Elkara gets plucked right into the Gravity Surge, knocked up. Good damage coming onto him, about a quarter HP. Chunga's looking hot on his trail as Slicey uses that ultimate, takes down. Oh, Subfloor gets the kill. Tomolomu returns it right back onto Gruff. And Subfloor missing a few of those snipes there, turning his attention onto Divine right in the back line, trying to take out a few members there. But that was pretty much in favor of Pandemonium.
Tomolomu there missed the belly flop onto Swayer, allowing him to get out. And now we can see both teams kind of resetting here, but Tainted Mind's still hanging relatively around the Fire Giant. Don't want to lose that. Do have a normal ward on it, so they're not too afraid of it being snug. Actually, they got a Sentry ward on it as well. I didn't see that.
Yep,
so they own the vision around that area at this point. They can look to siege here. They've got their healer online, whereas Ro, the healer for Pandemonium, is down. So their siege is pretty efficient at this point, but instead they're just going to leave it.
I mean, Gold Fury spawning in 20, but I don't see why they would reset this push that they had. To go and get that. Instead, they're just going to be farming up around the jungle. I honestly thought they could have pushed a bit more there. I mean, Divine had his ult. Gruff, again, has his ult, and he has a lot of his, he has all of his actives online. I would have liked to see a bit more pressure, but I guess Tainted are just playing passive, not passive, playing just safe, obtaining the little leads that they have, and eventually trying to come back.
Indeed, Fire Giant being looked towards again by Pandemonium. Wards by Tainted Minds will spot them out, but Pandemonium just looking to establish vision control. Subfloor actually starts this one up. This probably a bait on the side of Pandemonium. They know Tainted Minds is going to be looking for this one. Swayer trying to zone out Tainted Minds at this point, but Divine pops his shield, looks to get some damage off. Subfloor's poked a little bit, but Ro has got the heals online to keep his status. Tomolomo is pulled back in.
Tomolomo pulled right back in. 3 members hit by the Chunga ultimate, and Slicey connecting with 2 members there. Subfloor using those snipes. Can he get 1? Can he get 2? Taking down very low. Uses that Sanctuary to try and sustain a little bit longer. Gruff taking down that tier 2. Oh my goodness. Ochita with the combo. Divine gets absolutely obliterated. But we do need to have a look at Gruff split pushing.
He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. Rose back. He's not going to be able to get it.
They'll get Fire Giant.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is huge for Team Pandemonium. 17-17 reads the kills, but the graphs are in favor, particularly in the gold, in favor of Team Pandemonium, as well as pressure at this point. You can see Pandemonium pressuring down the mid lane. Sporks and Ro are a bit further back. Ro looking to find Gruff, even though he's a level behind. Good mez there from Gruff, though, allows him to escape. But look at this flanking maneuver.
He has ult, though. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he's a poly. He could just do that. That's fine. I'll just leave. Super awkward.
Oh, I see 4 members coming around me. No, yeah. I think I'll be good, thanks. I'm just going to get out of there.
Yep. Alright, Gold Fury now started up by Pandemonium. Should be able to take this one out pretty quickly. And they do. All 5 members back up for them. Divine up in a few seconds for Tainted Mind. So both teams back to full strength. Honestly, though, at the moment, things are looking pretty dire for Tainted Minds. They were in the lead early, but really starting to slip here in this one. Subfloor, well on top of the damage charts. 26,000 for him. Ro just behind him. Ochita, though, steadily climbing up the ranks, just behind Gruff now in terms of damage. Gruff, though, did get 2 towers on the left. That is relatively positive for Tainted Minds. If they can prevent Pandemonium from doing too much else with this Fire Giant, they'll be happy, but somehow I doubt that will happen. Look at this. Ochita, again, just split pushing on the right-hand side. The rest of his team going down the left-hand side. So really forcing Tainted Minds to either split their attention or to lose an objective on one side of the map.
Yeah, I love the pressure that Ochita is applying. So you're able to back away, forces iDivine to not even be there defending that left lane as it's aggressed here in this left lane. Tower taken down to just under half. I like this that Tainted Mind are backing off here. Learning from last game that if they are going to defend under a tower, they need to have their entire team there. And because Slicey was just, Ochita was just pushing, they don't have the whole team.
And Ochita as well baited iDivine to stay out of that tier 2 tower fight. Left-hand side Phoenix looking to be the next target here. Floor takes a tower shot, but going to get healed back up by Ro. There's going to be a fight here pretty much any second. Look for Swayer to get maybe a pluck, or even you can see Tomolomu engaging for Tainted Minds if they see an advantageous situation. Swayer, full build, actually not full build, but does have a power pot in line, recognizing that this is probably the end of the game here, just trying to do as much damage as he possibly can. Now we can see Pandemonium pressuring down his left-hand side Phoenix.
It'll be whoever gets knocked up here. If somebody gets plucked by Swayer, that's game over. Belch comes onto Swayer, but no follow-up. We have Divine pushing in that mid lane just a little bit. I really wanted to see Swayer just get the most epic pluck, bait someone's beads, and then just have the entire fight based around that. But they need to be very careful. The pluck comes right down onto Hero. Look at the damage from Unstable Vortex. Plucked is Tomolomu as he gets hit by that gravity surge. iDivine chasing in the backline. Tomolomu falls right back down to Swayer. And now the Taiko drums get used up as well. Hits one onto Rope. Subfloor gets the kill onto Divine, and Subfloor is now boxing it out under the tower. Portal from Ochita manages to secure his escape.
Left-hand side Phoenix being taken down here. Team Pandemonium, 2 members down for Tainted Minds. Middle Phoenix being the next attention. A row teleports in here, immunes the damage away. It forces the Thunder Crash out of Slicey. Middle Phoenix is going to fall now for the side of Tainted Minds. And Pandemonium going to look to the right-hand side because the siege that they have is unreal with those Chang'e heals and Sway's ability to tank up. Plucks Gruff, but forces him to use his purification there. Sway, though, takes a whole heap of damage. Right-hand side Phoenix does fall down, though, and this is looking dangerous for Tainted Minds.
Great stuff from Panda, taking all 3 Phoenixes down. All 5 members are still up and available with that Fire Giant buff. Granted, it's going to fall down in just a second, but still, that's great siege potential that they have. They had that Fire Giant, of course. Ro has those heals, as you mentioned, and just backing away and finishing off most of their builds. Ochita's just sold his boot, so he's going to be... Oh no, he's just reset that, but he's gone for the Spear of Desolation as well. How much damage is he outputting with his build? It's insane.
He's got 731 damage at the moment with a purple pot online. When he gets that red buff as well, it's gonna be absolutely insane. Is one word for it.
Yeah. Swayer's gone into the Mantle of Discord, which I really like. If he is going to be plucking, diving straight into the Tainted Minds team, even if he misses that pluck, if he gets taken down very low, he's going to get that Mantle of Discord passive proc, and it's going to stun pretty much everyone around him. So, as well as applying those protections and the cooldown, I really like this pickup from Swayer.
Fire Giant now spawning in just over 10 seconds. That is going to be the next point of contention between these two teams. Team Pandemonium, for the first time in this game, has got the kill lead. 19-17 reads the unofficial scoreline. 1-0 is the series in favor of Team Pandemonium. Looking to close out this 2-game set with a clean 2-0. And they're going about it very well here. Start of the game, not so much. Tainted Minds managed to apply some pressure, but as the game progressed, they were just unable to close it out. Pandemonium now in the lead. Fire Giant at 50%.
Tainted have no wards.
And they can't even contest this one. It falls down. There is no Phoenixes up for Tainted Minds. It would be a miracle for them to be able to defend.
Yeah, all 5 members once again. All ultimates are online. Ochita has that red buff. He has the potion as well. So the amount of damage he's going to be putting out in this fight is going to be insane. They need to be very careful because they can quickly 100-0 this Titan in a very short amount of time. But it all relies on if Tainted can defend. If they can get a really good... I honestly don't even know how they could come back from this one. They need to have just the most solid defense of their entire lives.
Slicey just needs to hit an insane ult. He needs to get to get a lot of setup into an ult where he just does all of the damage in the world.
But honestly,
even then, it's probably not going to be enough. Titan is now being attacked by the minions. Oh my goodness! Sporks was deleted. Ochita takes down Gruff, but Slicey takes down Rowan in return. 2 kills the side of Tainted Minds. Where did Sporks go?
Straight back to base, but the Titan's still being aggressed by those 5 minions, taking down to about half health. Good call from Panda to retreat. Subfloor actually might fall down here as Tomolomo and Divine are hunting him down. The Sanctuary was just used. The box is unreal. Subfloor gets out. Divine is now taking down to about a quarter HP, boxing out Swayer. Can he actually get the kill? Uses that shield, and now Subfloor providing a little bit of backup for his team.
No.
Ochita comes into the fight.
It was a bait. It was a bait that was sticking around, forcing him to get out of the base, out of position. Titans at 50% HP, and now there's only 3 members left.
Ochita is full health.
There's only 3 members left of Tainted. There's El Puro, Divine, and Slicey. And Slicey, honestly, is the only one that's really going to be able to make an effective defense here. Divine goes in looking for Subfloor, but not going to find him here. Left-hand side Phoenix has respawned, but the fire minions are there. Slicey desperately defending, trying to keep that Phoenix. It is back returned to its living state, able to be defended against the fire minions, but they're still pouring in from the middle and the right-hand side. Middle Phoenix respawns and falls back down immediately, and Pandemonium now looking for the left-hand side Phoenix. Titan under 50% HP.
Clearing out those last few fire minions, and Panda are going to regroup. Now Ro has respawned as well as Spork, so they're going to have their full 5-man roster able to take down. Only that right lane Phoenix remains, which is pretty insignificant considering that the fire minions are still pouring in from each lane. I wanted to see this reset and just push. Granted, that was a really good defense from Tainted. I give them that. Can they do it again, though?
It was insane. I don't know what happened. Just Sporks was there 1 second, it wasn't.
Sporks jumped in and just got obliterated.
He has no magic defense, that's why. So Slicey just presses his 1 button and Sporks dies.
just kills him. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
I mean, still, the position was good, but
he must have copped the Soul Reaver as well as the Raiju.
Yeah, the full proc of the Soul Reaver, no doubt about that.
The full proc of the Soul Reaver, the Raijin 2, and part of the ultimate. That's the only thing I could think of that would kill him that quickly.
He didn't even.
It's
an airdrop. It's a base drop. They're looking to go right back down. Gruff gets the kill again onto Sports. Titan back down to about half health. Looks like they're jumping right back in. Swayer gets knocked up. Good ultimate there from Rose. He takes down Slicey. Back down to about half health. Gruff just manages to escape there. Still good. Oh, Idivine gets plucked right into and gets obliterated by Ochita, who's on a rampage at this point. Now, Gruff driving right into the back 4 members. Uses that Mez to do a bit of disorientation for the rest of the team, but he might fall down there. Subfloor gets the kill onto Gruff, and they're looking to close out this game once again as they have their entire team. Oh, that's going to be a dead Slicey. No, he just manages to get away.
Yeah, the Mantle of Discord proc there from Elkiro. Slicey goes in. The kill, but Subfloor deletes him off the face of the earth. Subfloor keeping up the pressure on Titan. Row so low here, looking to get belched through the wall by Tomolomo, but healing himself and his teammates back up. Row will fall here just a second. No, immune to the damage, but Elkiro still manages to pick up the kill. Titan, 100 quarter HP. This will fall down in just a second, and it does.
600 dead.
Whew. That ending, though.
What an ending. Who... incredibly close. Only 2 members were alive from each team. Now look how low Swayer and Subfloor were. Rowe gave his life to the Titan just to manage Subfloor into that base and just take out the Titan. That was incredibly close.
That was